Today we're going to look at the main types of sentences and what constructs them as far as a simple, compound, complex, and a compound complex sentence. So, a simple sentence would be something like, Casey and I spent all day shopping. That's just an independent clause. You have a compound subject of Casey and I, and then your predicate of what you did, spent all day shopping. You can have a phrase as well as a sentence at the bottom. In the spring, our flowers bloom. Our flowers bloom is your independent clause. In the spring is attached to it as a phrase. So in the spring, comma, our flowers bloom. Both of these are considered simple sentences. A compound sentence is going to take two of these simple sentences and combine them together. You see a sample sentence at the bottom. Jenna went to the store, comma, and Ben went to the bank. A compound sentence is made up of these two independent clauses joined by a coordinated conjunction, such as and, but, or, so, yet, for. And because you have two independent clauses or two complete sentences combined with this conjunction, there's a comma before it. So you see two sentences here. Jenna went to the store, Ben went to the bank. That would make it compound, 2 and 1. Complex sentences get a little trickier. It has an independent clause, which is your complete sentence, along with a dependent clause. If he ever saves enough money, comma, he will buy tickets. So he will buy tickets is your complete sentence, your independent clause. And if he ever saves enough money is a dependent clause. That if makes it depend on the rest of the sentence. And it's a clause because you still have he, which is a subject, saves enough money, which is a predicate. But because it starts with if, it becomes dependent. And so a comma will separate both of those. So once you understand a simple, compound, and complex sentence, you can look at compound, complex sentences. So a compound, complex sentence is made up of two or more independent clauses. So you need two complete sentences plus one of those dependent clauses. So at the bottom, you have a dependent clause. After Leslie left work, comma, she stopped at the bank. Right there is an independent clause, comma, and then she went to the store. Another independent clause. So you have a dependent clause, an independent clause, and an independent clause, and that would be called a compound complex sentence.